Yeah, it says this meeting is being live streamed.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a yeah. All right, let's go.
Okay.
You know,
So, welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us on the 13th of September, um, 2025, for today's DPC meetup. And today's topic is migration. We looked at it in terms of all the different ways we migrate, in terms of mindset, in terms of moving places, in terms of life stages, in terms of technology. We're constantly moving from one form to another. So I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's different interpretations. And I think today I will start with Jasbir, because you're on
Thank,
my left.
thank you. Yes. Well, for me, it is migration and matrimony. Seeped in the traditional mesh, never bothered with my own crush, I agreed to arranged matrimony to settle in an unknown territory. From then on, there was a fear of the unknown. Myriad poignant emotions cruising through my soul on and on. The new set, the new set up, uh, the new setup, anxiousness, loneliness of leaving behind mom, dad, and siblings, the familiarity of their laughter ringing. A vacuum settled in my four-chambered heart. Frustrated questions cropped. Why should a girl adapt? Why she be thrown into a new setup? Innate sadness of separation plaguing me into gasps of fear, not far behind the automatic tears. Overwhelming is the disorientation. I go insane imagining the in-laws' reactions. Exactly as a migrant labor would feel, that is what I feel. Would I be able to take the emotional strain? I look wide-eyed at my mother's face. Of course you could. Take in anything, my love, she seemed to say. My sunny girl, wherever you go, so there'll be the shining sun. Thank you.
Very nice, Jasbir. And a good take on matrimony as
yeah,
yeah, as
yeah,
migrating
yeah.
from one life to another.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And when we were thinking of the variations to the theme, of course, Omkarji's interpretation always comes to my mind, but just we did a brilliant one. We are not thought of marriage
No.
as
Yes,
a setting
yes.
for
Mm.
of moving places or migrating.
Yeah, and I think it's particularly so for women and girls, because I
Hmm.
think, a guy, like, he gets to stay in his own house,
Hmm.
or he gets the support of, he gets the support of his family, but the whole traditional take of, you are leaving, you are going, you are not ours anymore. It's a cultural take which I personally just kind of think is horrific. Um, but it's the one that we cling to, and we really shouldn't.
Hmm.
But yeah, it is. You're expected to go and adapt, and then there are all these judgments, like, can you do this? Can you do that? Why didn't your mother teach? Should your mother have taught you better? Like, what will they expect of you? It's very, very frightening. So yes, you summed it up beautifully. Please
Thank you.
hang on to this one.
Yeah.
Because I think we can say that we're looking at doing a compilation of poems for um 2025. And Jasbir, if you could, polish that up a little bit, we would love to have it. That would be great to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for everybody's information, we are reading up for Anthology 2025, scheduled for last week of December, first week of January, end of the year. So soon the invites will go out to all of you on this on this group at least, so that we can get you a couple of poems in. Sure.
Yep. Okay, Rajiv, you're next on my list. Would you like to go next?
Hang on. Well, mine is not on migration, but I read a beautiful poem today in the Paris Review, and I really thought I could try performing it.
Yes.
And it caught my eye because it was titled "Remote Work," which we are doing, all of us are very.
Yes.
But it's I didn't get the essence of it when I read the poem. Maybe we can talk about it. Anyway, remote work. A nail in the stairs, a star's burning out. But there are these thresholds. The click and the whir, like a realization when the apartment hits some temperature and the heater starts. I know it's not really a realization. I don't believe in object-oriented ontology, says my friend, and I say, I know what that means. The foot feels the foot when it feels the ground. I really love that. The foot feels the foot feels the ground, which is wrong, and I cradle my feet in both hands. Can I still call it knowledge? Lately, I bike not just to get places, but to get off the ground. You don't have to be going somewhere to be somewhere. I pedal up the Hudson River Greenway towards the sewage treatment plant in the early dark on Christmas Eve. Almost no traffic. Happy holidays! And watch the moon eat out the convulsing water shamelessly, assiduously, in full public view. This immense vague category called pleasure. I know language wants specificity, location, momentum. I know language doesn't really want. I know it's not really a sex act, only sun reflected on the moon, reflected on the water, ghost of a day. Well, not a ghost, not a day. At the end of the day, as they say, it's only light against objects. Still, I know and want and insist, and the feeling is specific and all lit up. For example, Natalie, I love you. I'm here in Manhattan going north until I turn around, alone with Manhattan. Thank you. I really enjoyed the poem, in between the flashes of brilliance,
Who's this one by?
But let me get the author. I'll put it on because I took a snapshot of it on my online reading.
Okay.
So
and this is from the Paris Review.
This is on the Paris Review. So
Nice.
right. So the British Council membership, online membership, which is 3,000 rupees a year, gives you access to the Paris Review and the New Yorker, and it's a steal, that whole
Very
thing.
much
And if
so.
and Sheila, if you wanted, I can get it for you. You can give me in ringgit. You can treat me to a beer in ringgit when we.
Come, I will take you for another jazz concert when you come to KL.
Oh, yes, that was something. And if you remember, just to set the background for everybody, last time I visited Kuala Lumpur, Sheena was kind enough to take me, and there was someone else also, no?
Yes,
Take
that's
me
right.
and
Oh gosh.
yeah, I know.
She works in a hospital. I know everything about her. I can see her face and I can't remember her name.
Yes,
Um,
the
yeah,
haiku.
the three of us.
Haiku, yeah, the three of us went to a jazz place in it was near Chinatown or somewhere.
It was in
No,
Chinatown.
it was in Chinatown.
So it's all
And
been
and
refurbished and
and then there's a lady who was singing, brilliant singing, man. And I
yeah.
was really taken away. And then Sheena got a pic of me and the lady together, and I had a huge smile on my face for many reasons, and not only the music. And my wife saw that, and still now she remembers. Why can't you smile for our selfies? Did you? Yeah. You remember that smile you gave for that
Yes.
jazz?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a good night out. Yeah, we ate by the side of the street.
Oh yes, that
You
was
wanted fried rice.
yes, it was
Yeah.
brilliant.
So it was a good night out.
Chinese fried rice. Oh man.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, back.
All right. Next on my list, Onkaji, what do you have for us?
Thank you. When I got this subject, I immediately thought of the Siberian trains, which flow thousands of miles and then return at the end of the winter. So, on that theme, I wrote a couple of poems. And the first one is a love poem uh, where the guy wants to fly but cannot because the partner is indecisive. So it goes like this, it is in Hindi.
Mm-hmm.
चाहता तो हूं कि उड़ जाऊं, कहीं दूर चला जाऊं, इस ठिठुरन से, इस निष्ठुर माहौल से मुक्ति पा जाऊं। चाहता तो हूं कि उड़ जाऊं, कहीं दूर चला जाऊं, इस ठिठुरन से, इस निष्ठुर माहौल से मुक्ति पा जाऊं। परों में ताकत है, उड़ने का हौसला भी है, चाहूं तो भर सकता हूं एक लंबी उड़ान, ढूंढ सकता हूं नया गुलिस्तान, बना सकता हूं नया घोंसला। परों में ताकत है, उड़ने का हौसला भी है, चाहूं तो भर सकता हूं एक लंबी उड़ान, ढूंढ सकता हूं नया गुलिस्तान, बना सकता हूं नया घोंसला। सब कुछ अनुकूल है एक तुम्हारी हां के सिवा, तुम रोकती भी नहीं, जाने को कहती भी नहीं, कोई वादा भी नहीं करती, साथ भी नहीं चलती। सब कुछ अनुकूल है एक तुम्हारी हां के सिवा, तुम रोकती भी नहीं, जाने को कहती भी नहीं, कोई वादा भी नहीं करती, साथ भी नहीं चलती। कितना छोटा शब्द है हाँ, पर कितनी मुश्किल से निकलता है। जैसे कोई चाबी हो किसी मजबूत ताले की, जो न टूट सकता है न किसी और चाबी से खुल सकता है। कितना छोटा शब्द है हाँ, पर कितनी मुश्किल से निकलता है। जैसे कोई चाबी हो किसी मजबूत ताले की, जो न टूट सकता है न किसी और चाबी से खुल सकता है। नाउ द लास्ट 3-4 लाइन्स। मेरी कश्मकश ने मुझे सिखाया है कि पंख मेरे अपने हैं पर उनकी ताकत तुम हो। मेरी कश्मकश ने मुझे सिखाया है कि पंख मेरे अपने हैं पर उनकी ताकत तुम हो। उड़ान मेरी अपनी है पर उसका हौसला तुम हो। थैंक यू।
Very
Wow. Wow. That is superb.
Superb.
That's beautiful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you।
Really beautiful.
Very
The last lines reminded me of "You are the wind beneath my wings." Yeah.
Yes. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Very, very apt. Very correct.
You're the
Amazing.
wind of my sails, sort of.
Yeah. Very nice one, Omkarji.
That's yeah. I mean, that's a lovely love poem. You know,
It
it's
is.
in the classic sense, which is unlike Onkarji. Actually, Onkarji's love poems also have a twist in the end. But this is this is a classic.
With age, I am getting wiser.
Onkarji, time you did.
Maybe you're just getting more mellow or more
Yeah.
romantic as you age. Okay. Cyrus, are you gonna do a poem or a song?
I'm going to do a song, if that's
Okay,
okay.
if you're gonna do a song, then I'm gonna save you to because you're always the final act.
Right. What I was thinking was before he hits the song, Sheena, you want to share your poem?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna share mine.
And then we can round off
Okay.
the first.
So I discovered that there's actually a word, a German word for bird anxiety when they migrate. Because apparently if they're kept in cages around about the time that they're due to migrate, they become very, very anxious. And the word for it is, and I'm going to pronounce it wrongly, Zungunhure. So that's what the poem is about. When birds migrate, do they linger over every twig and feather, remembering, this is where I laid my eggs, this is where the fledglings made their first flight? When birds migrate, do they worry if grandmother will go or stay one final time? Will she be here when we return? And that young who hatched too late, will he be able to keep up with the rest of us? When birds migrate, do they lecture their young about the predators they must be wary of, what to do if they get separated, who they should approach for help? When birds migrate, do they consider the best places to stop and dine? This is the place where insects are plenty. That is the place where the berries are sweeter. When birds migrate, do they look forward to meeting fellow travelers again, like incidental strangers you meet on tour buses and later realize you only live streets apart? When birds migrate, do they worry about whether the native birds will be welcoming? Will they share their habitat? Will they be kind to the children? When birds migrate, do they have holiday romances? Do they build and coo in warm summer groves, making promises they can't keep, flying away in a heartbeat flying away in heartbreak when it's time to go? When birds migrate, do they worry about whether the nest will still be there when they return? Will some other bird have occupied it? Will it be torn apart by the wind and the rain? The earth turns, and the earth turns, and the birds leave once more. If we had such faith, we would know we will come, and we will go, and we will fly, carrying only hope that we will return.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Very nice.
Lovely.
Very,
Thank
very
you. Brilliant.
nice.
Very
Very,
good.
very nice, Sheena.
Very nice.
And
And
I love the repetition of when birds migrate. When
Yes.
birds migrate. Yeah, it was.
It was a lot of things in my head. It was that. It's also about all the people who've been made homeless because of current events. And you think about the journeys that they make and the worries that they have, and and then you've got these great migrations of birds, which are just yeah. Okay.
Okay, before I hand before we hand over to Cyrus, I just realized Chinmay has joined. Chinmay, are you there?
Hey, hi guys.
Hey, you're here.
Hey, Chinmay.
Hey, Chalo, Chinmay, I
Just
think
give
you
me
are
a moment
outside
to let me
somewhere.
settle down. I was like outside. I just reached home.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's all right. We give you time. In the meantime, Sheena, I guess then we can go to Cyrus while Chinmay settles down.
We could. I have a poem that I found,
Uh,
which is horrifically long. So I'm only going to do a portion of it. It's by
okay.
Marilyn Chin.
Oh.
And I got it off poets.com. And it's called How I Got That Name. Or does anybody else have a second poem?
We can come back for seconds in a bit. I'm hunting for one. And I'm
Yeah?
sure Omkarji always has his seconds.
Yes, there's always one in the back pocket, as you say.
And I think Cyrus has a couple of songs. So maybe what we can do is go to Cyrus for the first song and then scrounge around for seconds.
Okay, because then Chinmay will be ready by then.
Yeah, Chinmay should be there.
Yeah?
All right.
Cyrus, do you want to go for it?
Yep.
Awesome.
Can you hear the guitar? Okay, great. So, the setting for migration, in this case, is war. War displaces so many people, and so many people migrate to lives that are different, not necessarily better. Farmers become partisans. People go into the mountains to live, and their lives have changed completely. This is a song by Mark Knopfler, and it's called Brothers in Arms. And I'll just first, before I get into the actual song, I'd read the lines of the first verse. These mist-covered mountains are home now for me. But my home is the lowlands and always will be. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms. And it goes like this. These mist-covered mountains are home now for me. But my home is the lowlands and always will be. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms. Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your suffering as the battle raged higher. And though they did hurt me so bad, in the fear and alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms. There's so many different worlds so many different suns, and we have just one world, but we live in different ones. Now the sun's gone to hell, and the moon's riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die, but it's written in the starlight, and every line of your palm. We're fools to make war on our brothers in arms.
Yes,
Beautiful.
very ominous tone to the song, Cyrus.
Yeah.
So expecting something to happen around the corner.
Yeah, I love that album. The entire album is just
Yeah.
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, Chinmay, are we any nearer home?
Give me 2 minutes more, please.
Few more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Rajiv, do you want to do your second poem? And then we'll go cycle back to Chinmay.
I haven't managed to lock in to that. The one I had was a little different. Can I give the mic to Omkarji?
Yes,
instead?
yes.
Okay, thank you. A very small poem, smaller than the earlier one. So basically, the essence of the poem is separation is not a problem. Reunion is a bigger problem, especially when there is repeated separation and repeated reunion. So that is a problem. So that is the essence of the poem. पंछी ठंड बहुत है पर भाग मत जाना यहीं रहना पंछी ठंड बहुत है पर भाग मत जाना यहीं रहना यहाँ की मिट्टी यहाँ के पेड़ यहाँ की हवा बचा लेंगे तुम्हें मरने नहीं देंगे यहाँ की मिट्टी यहाँ के पेड़ यहाँ की हवा बचा लेंगे तुम्हें मरने नहीं देंगे पंछी तुम्हारे पैरों में ताकत है तुम आसानी से जा सकते हो हजारों किलोमीटर दूर मगर पंख उड़ने के लिए होते हैं भागने के लिए नहीं पंछी तुम्हारे पैरों में ताकत है तुम आसानी से जा सकते हो हजारों किलोमीटर दूर मगर पंख उड़ने के लिए होते हैं भागने के लिए नहीं नाउ द लास्ट 3-4 लाइन्स पंछी अगर तुम्हें जाना ही हो तो जाओ पर लौट कर मत आना पंछी अगर तुम्हें जाना ही है तो जाओ पर लौट कर मत आना बड़ी मुश्किल से पड़ती है तुम्हारे बिना रहने की आदत थैंक यू
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yes. Lovely.
I like that twist at the end. Yeah, I've just about managed to live my life without you. Don't come back. Yeah,
yes yes yes
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's
Very
that
nice.
fabulous twist that you always manage to pull off.
Yeah,
It's just
Kidya ji.
awesome.
thank you
Yes. Okay. Shall I do this one? I actually saw this performed by the original writer, and then I found it, and like I said, it's very very long. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do part of it. It's called How I Got That Name. I am Marilyn Mei Ling Chin. Oh, how I love the resoluteness of that first-person singular, followed by that stalwart indicative of be without the uncertain ing of becoming. Of course, the name has been changed somewhere between Angel Island and the sea, where my father, the paper son in the late 1950s, obsessed with a blonde bombshell, translated Mei Ling to Marilyn. And nobody dared question his initial impulse, for we all know lust drove men to greatness, not goodness, not decency. And there I was, a wayward pink baby named after some tragic white woman, swollen with gin and Nembutal. My mother couldn't pronounce the R. She dubbed me #1 female offshoot for brevity. Henceforth, she will live and die in sublime ignorance, flanked by loving children and the kitchen deity, while my father dithers, a tomcat in Hong Kong trash, a gambler, a petty thug, who bought a chain of chop suey joints in Piss River, Oregon, with bootlegged Gucci cash. Nobody dared question his integrity, given his nice, devout daughters and his bright, industrious sons, as if filial piety were the standard by which all earthly men are measured. So there.
Wow. Yeah, very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, there's 4 more verses of it, so I won't do the rest.
Right.
Yeah,
But very
but
nice.
it's a great poem.
Yeah.
It's called How I Got That Name.
Lovely.
So go look it up. It's really fun.
Okay, I got one on migration, the one I was looking for. Can I stick the mic? Yeah, okay. This is by a very famous Indian poet called Keki Daruwala, who recently died. And let's go. And it's called Migrations. So that's how I was remembering. I had read it somewhere. Migrations are always difficult. Ask any drought, any plague. Ask the year 1947. Ask the chronicles themselves if there had been no migration, would there have been enough history to munch on? Going back in time is also tough. Ask anyone backtracking to Sargodha or Jhelum or Miyawali, and they will tell you new faces among old brick, politeness, sentiment dripping from lips of strangers. This is still your house, sir. And if you meditate on time, that is no longer time. The past is frozen, it is stone. That which doesn't move and pulsate is not time. If you meditate on that scrap of time, the mood turns pensive, like the monsoons gathering in the skies, but not breaking. Mother used to ask me, don't you remember my mother? You would be in the kitchen all the time and run with the fries she ladled out, still sizzling on the plate. Don't you remember her at all? Mother's fallen face would fall further at my impassivity. Now my dreams ask me if I remember my mother, and I'm not sure how I will handle that. Migrating across years is also difficult. Thank you. I mean, this was quite something. I remember I got it, and this is I don't know, just Sheila, if you got the sense of it. This is, of course, the partition, 1947 partition,
Yes.
Pakistan. And the one I like this one because it has my parents also were refugees from Pakistan. And it has the poem has the name of the town my dad grew up in, Sargoda. Ask anyone backtracking. Backtracking means people actually go from here to check up on their birthplace. And I know Sargoda, there were the people out here near my house they're no longer with us, who went back to Sargoda specifically to check out their houses. And then they're still out there. And the people welcome them. People welcome them. My mother's from Lahore and my dad is from Sargoda. So I always find the present politics very difficult to appreciate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents have gone back as well. My mother's family were from Lahore. So, she's from Gujranwala actually. And so, she's actually made the trip there. And yes, it's quite amazing how many traces there are of the people who were living there. So she's been able to find, things about her grandfather who she remembers. But there's also so much mythology about who these people were, because I think once you get two, three generations down, you start to mythologize, what they were like, or what they're always amazing people. They're always, got the height of virtue. They never lost their tempers. They were just the best of the best. Like thinking, nah, nah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but this poem I remember had always moved me because of that particular name of the town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Chinmay. How are you?
Good, good. So it happened to be like yesterday was my last working day in Accenture. So I sort of related to the theme too much.
Yes. Moving jobs. Moving jobs.
I didn't get the chance to kind of write something new. I will write and share for sure. But I have few things from like earlier I can share.
Sure.
Yeah. यादों की तहों सी धूल जर्द पंखुड़ियां ले हूं खड़ी उस मोड़ पर। यादों की तहों सी धूल जर्द पंखुड़ियां ले हूं खड़ी उस मोड़ पर। जाते जाते एक बार मुझे मुड़कर कहोगे नहीं बोगनवेलिया।
Nice, nice.
Lovely, lovely. This is Chinmay's, that his north is Bougainvillea. It'll find its way into his poems, especially when he's short of any new poems. There's always one to fall back on.
Yes.
One of them too.
Okay, there is yes, separate one, like it's not Bougainvillea, but it's something. कहाँ है मुमकिन तुमको भुलाना ऐसे, कहाँ है मुमकिन तुमको भुलाना ऐसे कि चांद उगता है उफक पर जब हर शब, कि दिख पड़ते हैं मुस्कुराते हुए फूलों के गुच्छे, कि बदलते हैं मौसम मिजाज खुशगवार हवाओं के संग, कि नहीं बेहिस होता है दर्द एहसास सीने में, कि नहीं बेहिस होता है दर्द एहसास सीने में, कि चलती है सांस नब्ज चलती है, कि वक्त चलता है बात चलती है, कि बंद कर लूं आंख इख्तियार कहाँ सपनों पर, कि बंद कर लूं आंख इख्तियार कहाँ सपनों पर, कि आम की बौरों में ढूंढ लेती हैं सांसें तेरी खुशबू, तुम नहीं हम नजर तो क्या जहन में है तेरा चेहरा, तेरे आवाज का तसव्वुफ है, कहाँ है मुमकिन तुमको भुलाना ऐसे।
Yes.
Very good.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Yes. This is a very good combination, Scotch and poetry. Huh?
Yeah.
You're on mute, Sheila.
What kind of scotch is it? Is it a migratory scotch?
Yes, it is. Although, having said that, there is more Scotch drunk in Delhi than what is produced in Scotland. It's
Yes.
a,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but whatever scotch you're drinking, don't forget it's my great scotch.
yes.
Mhm.
That's my great
Yes.
Scotch. Okay,
Yes.
yes. Yes, for sure.
Yes. Okay, so has anyone else got anything?
Just beer?
Just beer?
No, I'm done for the day.
You're done? Okay.
Thanks.
You didn't whip up a poem while we were like,
Yeah.
distracted. No. Okay. All right. So, Cyrus, would you like to wrap
Close
it
out
up?
the session? Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Okay, so this is one that I wrote many, many years ago. And I have to say that for most of my songs. This one is about a migration of sorts. It's about a journey. And it's about a journey that is undertaken by the protagonist, who then realizes that maybe what he's looking for isn't ahead of him, but is really behind him. And it's called Visions. I wrote this one back in 1979, so I was just about 21.
Wow.
To the land of my fathers I now must return. You know, it's not that I care to roam, leaving you here by your wheel and your urn, leaving love, leaving life, leaving home. Yet as evening must follow the morn, all those visions once bright are now gone, and the dim light of dusk is now turning to dark. Yet I know that I must carry on. I must carry on. Chasing faint echoes of memory through time, I must search in the hope that I find. As I come down this mountain, it crosses my mind that I seek what I have left behind. And the brightening that comes before dawn brings on visions of men dead and gone. All those heroes of legend have taught us no wrong when they say we must persevere on. We must persevere on. retracing my footsteps through wind and through rain, knowing soon I'll be dry, I'll be warm. Now as I lie down beside you again, I know that I have finally found home. And the piper returns to his horn, and the tillsman comes back to the corn, and those visions of old, which once drove me so cold, have forever and finally gone. Yes, they've finally gone. Yes, they've finally gone. Yes, they've finally gone.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Lovely.
Yes.
Very nice.
Love
Very
love
nice.
the melody.
Yeah.
Such a it just jives so well
Melody,
with
the
whole-
words,
Yes.
when you
Yes.
written as a youngster, teenager.
No, I was 21.
And it's
Wow.
still very young. It's beautifully mature.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah. What I
Okay,
sometimes
so-
what I sometimes wonder about is, when you've written stuff long ago, and if it still measures up decades later, then it's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
And it has I feel like it has a different tone as well, Cyrus. I feel like, okay, I mean, the current, style of singing that you have, it has a very distinct tone from that. So I feel like your current tone has lot of pauses and which has its own magic. This has more of that melody and things, right? I mean, distinct from what your current style of singing is. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But yep, that really stands out. Really,
Thank you.
really lovely.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so I think on that note, we're done for this evening. Thank you everybody for joining.
Tina,
Thank you for your lovely poems.
Sheena, before we say farewell, I got a poem.
Okay.
I got a poem which says this was the farewell. So
Go for
maybe we can- Hannah Arendt, translated from German by Samantha Rosehill. This was the farewell. This was the farewell. Many friends came with us, and whoever did not was no longer a friend. This was the evening. Haltingly, it slowed our pace and drew our souls out of the window. This was the train measuring the country in flight and slowing as it passed through many cities. This is the arrival. Bread is no longer called bread, and wine in a foreign language simply changes the conversation. Thank you.
Very nice. Wow.
Yes, that is a take on migration. Yeah.
Yeah. Wine in
Yeah.
another language. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I did not know she wrote poetry.
Say again.
I did not know that Hannah Arendt wrote poetry.
Oh, that's right. I mean, have you read her other works? German work?
I watched a film about her. They
Okay.
did this really, really good film about her attending the Nuremberg, no, the Eichmann trial in Israel. And I've read some snippets of her work, but not the whole thing. But yeah, she's really quite remarkable. So yeah. Okay, so thank you for that. And it was Gina who came with us to the concert.
Gina.
Yes. Yes.
I haven't met her for quite some time. We need to.
You need to come back
get
to KL.
her virtually, if nothing else.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yes, I need to. It's been a long time.
Yep. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for a lovely evening.
Thank you.
We'll see you again in about a month's time.
Thank you
Okay.
for
Thank you.
hosting this. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
hosting.
and thanks
for hosting.
for coming all the way from Japan to see us. Thank you so much.
I love seeing you all. I really do. You're the highlight of my month.
So yeah, safe trip tomorrow, Sheena, back home. Safe
Thank
trip.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Safe
Thank you.
journey. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.